What's the biggest misconception Americans have about overseas basketball?
That's a good question.
It's a lot, huh? It's
question.
more than one. That's too broad of a question.
There's too many. I think for me, the main thing is like when you tell people you're a pro hooper, they automatically.
You got the bag.
Yeah, you got the bag. You got the Rolls Royce. You got the Lambo, and like. But yeah, I think, they just think pro hooper and they think, okay, you got everything, but they don't see the lonely side. They don't see the nights where you're sitting there like, hey, should I keep doing this or should I go get a regular job?
I still got
States?
it?
Like, you got a family maybe, like it's tough, man. It's tough.
What are you thinking? Yeah. What are you thinking? Yeah. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah. What are you thinking? Hey. What are you thinking? Hey. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah.
Good. So we're just going. I'm gonna hit you with like a lot of questions. It's gonna be rapid fire questions. This is just gonna be your thoughts, what you think, your perspective, your beliefs on just let's get it cracking.
Let's do it.
First of all, bro, how you say your last name?
Czniach.
Czniach.
Yeah.
Where does that derive from? Where are you from?
It's Serbian. So my great-grandfather came over on a boat and started my family here. He went to New York first, and then we dispersed from there.
So where are you at now? Like where your main family is headed? Like when you go home, where's home for you?
Home is Maryland for me, but I was living in Florida for 9 years, so I go back and forth. But my parents are in Maryland. My grandparents are in West Virginia, and that's pretty much it. We're all kind of close. My brothers and siblings are spread out, but we're all pretty close to each other.
So where'd you go to school at?
I went to Nova Southeastern, South Florida, Davie.
In Davie? Was that JUCO?
No,
D2?
it's D2. So I went to St. Andrews in North Carolina first. Mm-hmm. Then I went to Marion Military for 1 year because they messed my credits up. Uh-huh. And then I went to Nova for the last 2 years.
So how did that get you to playing overseas? How long you been playing so far?
Overseas, like time-wise, really only like 3.5 years.
Was Orsona your first job?
No. So my first job, I was in Europe and I was in Malta for 8 months.
Okay.
Tore my ACL, COVID hit. That was it.
Bro, that's a double whammy.
And then after COVID, I got a corporate job. You got bills to pay and stuff, and I've always been in business. So I had a marketing job for ZRS Management. We had about 100,000 units. So Class A, multifamily real estate. Me and 9 other people working on Las Olas, really cool office. And then I was sitting there for probably like a year and a half. And I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm playing against like Patty Mills in the summer in Miami and all these league guys. I'm like, I need to go back. Started praying, getting into it. One of my coaches from Europe called me. He said, hey, I'm taking the job in Ecuador.
Okay.
Like my friend's in Ecuador, he's gonna take the job. I said, okay. He said, I'm gonna try to get you in. They're like hesitant, because obviously I had a gap year and a half.
A good 2 years in between.
2 years is tough. And then they took it, they signed me there, and that's what started everything. It was Ecuador, of all places. Zamora for that, 12,000 people, middle of the Amazon jungle.
Dang, from the trenches.
To do there, bro.
From the trenches.
It was crazy.
When you got out of school, did you really realize that you could play professional, or did you just felt like, I'm gonna try it and see what happens?
Yeah, I went to Nova. We was #1 like for a while. As soon as I left, they won a couple national championships. So like we were always at the top of D2. As soon as I graduated, I had a bunch of agents reach out. So that's when I think it started to click. Like I was like, okay, I can do this. I never thought it would get to this point, just because of how everything shook out. But yeah, it worked out, man. I think at some point it clicks. Like, what do you really want to do? I think a lot of people look at the money. They want to take the money. Oh, okay, this pays the bills. I'm with my family, but they're not really happy. Like,
right. You was doing that.
Yeah, I was doing that, and it didn't fulfill me. I wasn't.
Good job. You know what I'm saying?
Good job. Good money. Dinner's on the table when you get home. It's like okay, but like it was great while it lasted. I learned a lot of lessons, but for me, it's like traveling the world. There's nothing like it, man. Nothing.
And hooping. And
hooping. Like you getting paid to put the ball in.
I can't do anything else, bro.
No, you don't want to.
I can't.
Like,
who do you believe was the first person that believed in you that could play? Let me get you out here.
I would say probably my coach in Ecuador, to be honest with you, because he's Italian, so like they play a different type of basketball there. But like if he wouldn't have taken a chance on me and a gamble, I wouldn't even be here right now. Like I don't know where I'd be.
So he saw it.
He saw it, and I did everything else. Like you got to perform at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You can't just go off of someone's word. They took a risk and it worked out. But I think it's interesting to see like coming from there to here, it's like night and day, bro, because that city, like,
it don't happen.
No, it don't, 20-hour bus rides, like you might have some food on the bus, you might not, you might have some water. Hotels are super sketch, like you learn a lot, bro. You learn a lot.
Are you interested in playing overseas basketball one day? I wish someone would have told me 1 year after college I would receive my first pro gig. I wish someone would have told me that having an agent does not guarantee that you will get hired. I wish someone would have told me being cut from a team, because after 10 years in this game, everyone gets cut from a team. Now, after traveling from over 17 different countries and winning up to 7 championships in my pro career, I've put together the 6 most important traits any player needs before starting their career. So go ahead and grab that ebook and get all the information you need today to start your career. Now you can't say no one didn't let you know. So go ahead, grab that ebook and get started so you can become the pro one day. Let's go. Well, I can't even tell you about my first gig when I went to Mexico.
Yeah.
In the Ciba Copa.
Yeah.
They brought me on. I was there for 2 weeks and then they cut me. Traded me. I'm on the bus going to the other city. Thank God the buses have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I happen to just look down. I'm like 8 hours out. They say the team decided to change their mind, turn back around. So I literally went to the next stop, got on the bus coming back.
No, that is crazy, bro.
That's the life. That's what we signed up for. That's what we signed up for. What shocked you the most of your first time playing overseas?
I mean, I was in it. Exclude Europe, because Europe's Europe, right? Like when I was in Zamora, I saw some stuff like I've never seen in my life. Like
where is that at?
So Zamora there's a city in Ecuador called Loja, which is like.
I think I played there.
Loja's nice. Jorge Guzman.
Is it like a bigger kind of city?
It's a little bigger. It's not like Quito or like Guayaquil, but.
I played there 1 year, but it was so long ago I can't remember. But I think it was a pretty fairly decent city.
It's not bad. Zamora's like an hour and a half from there.
Okay.
But Zamora's 12,000 people. Like you got people outside your apartment asking for pictures, like autographs, but
I've
they
been in the
cheer
trenches
so
in the
much.
Amazon. I've been in Colombia in some of those. You gotta take the little chopper. I've been there.
The bus rides, like they don't have straight roads.
You gotta go up
so it's like this. You got a whole row. 1 second you're here, the next second you're over here.
I've been there. Bolivia is even worse.
Dude's getting sick. I'm like, oh, this is
Stay
tough.
sick.
But like I always do, like if I'm starting like this and I'm getting through this, like ain't nothing gonna be worse than that.
Yeah.
So
it's only up from here.
It's only up from there.
So what's the biggest misconception Americans have about overseas basketball?
That's a good question.
It's a lot, huh? It's
question.
more than one. That's too broad of a question.
There's just too many. I think for me, the main thing is like when you tell people you're a pro hooper, they automatically.
You got the bag.
Yeah, you got the bag. You got the Rolls Royce. You got the Lambo, and like, thing is, you got to work up to the point where like you can even save a bunch, you know, but it can scale so fast. You know, like.
It depends.
My situation is different.
Your situation is completely different. We're gonna get into that.
But
you're a completely different situation.
For sure. But yeah, I think, you know, they just think pro hooper and they think, okay, you got everything, but they don't see the lonely side. They don't see the nights where you're sitting there like, hey, should I keep doing this or should I go get a regular job?
I still got it.
Like, you got a family maybe, you know, like it's tough, man. It's tough.
What's one thing overseas taught you that the U.S. never could?
Culture, bro. Embrace the culture. I think a lot of people think America's the best place in the world.
Man,
yeah, America's great,
trash,
but like it's not like if you break it down like industry wise, right? Okay, we got great roads, we got great healthcare, but you're gonna pay for it. These other cities and these other countries, like they're starting to, you know, really figure it out to where they either include it in their tax break or they include it in how this pot works or how that pot works. And I think the interesting thing about South America is they're so passionate. Like the fans here are on another level, so it makes the game even more fun.
Yes, they are.
In the States, like I'll go to an NBA game to maybe see some of my boys play or, you know, go with a couple friends, but the fans there are not the same. It's not even close in that aspect.
What's the hardest thing about being away from homes that fans don't see?
Oof. I mean, for me, I just try to like dive into work and just stay busy, and then when it gets over, because like if you don't do anything, your mind really starts to wander, man. Like, especially me, I'm a very physical person. So like, if you don't have, like, if your girl's back in the States, you know, or you don't have something here where you can get some, you know, connection in terms of like with your boys like this. Like a lot of people don't have this.
Now your was definitely different.
Way different.
My homeboy, he's right there. Like,
way different.
That's
this
a
is
big
nice,
difference.
but in Mexico it's different because we travel a lot. We do a lot of team events. We're all super close. I had a car in Mexico, so like I was able to go places. I think it's about wherever you're at. You got to figure it out early so it doesn't go past the point where you're like, man, I'm lonely, I don't want to hoop, because that translates to the court, and then you don't play well, and then you don't have a job, and you don't want to go down that.
Once you fall out of not getting a job, it's over with from there.
It's tough.
What's one cultural difference that took you the longest to adjust to? Like, what's one thing that is like, God dang, man?
I think the fact that like, I think South America is like so traditional, you know?
In what sense?
So traditional in the sense that like they love their families, they're very family oriented, they bring the whole family to the game. That is true. You know, and for me, it's like I've always been, you know, get close with the fans, get close with everyone in the club because they're going to want you back if you play well. Don't just focus on the basketball. They start liking you more as a person than just... Exactly. And they like you as a person. That's going to translate. Every team I played at at some point, hey, you want to come back for the playoffs? Hey, you want to come back for the season? And then you can kind of pick and choose. But I think also for me, like I'm an exception. I speak Spanish, really good Spanish.
Where you learn Spanish from?
I studied in high school. I went to private school. But then when I got in Zamora, they don't speak English there. So I picked up on a lot of things, and then I just kept at it, and I went basically 5-6 different Spanish-speaking countries.
Oh yeah, you got it down for like man.
So you speak too enough, so like you get around. I know some guys that don't speak anything and they struggle. So
I can get around. I can hold a conversation.
Yeah.
Yo no tan mal. Yo puedo hablar un poco en español. Tú sabes.
They interview me in Spanish now, so it's.
I did a lot of interviews in Chile in Spanish.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And I did a lot over there, and I did one in Argentina on the radio.
Yeah. That's the best way, man. Just embrace it. Like, go full in. People get scared to like speak another language or mess up.
I said, I put that in my book. Like,
yeah, do it.
Communication. There's no better way to communicate with someone other than in their language.
And you're in their country too. And I read a stat the other day. It was like, if you speak another language, you add like 5 years to life automatically. Like
how is that possible?
There's studies behind it because they say like switching.
It's got to be so much your brain.
Yeah, they say switching like the frontal lobe to a different cortex is like. It's doing something for your brain. I'm not a doctor, so don't judge me on this part, but like, it's doing something for your brain that daily activities don't do.
You know what it is? It's just the thought of it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just the thought that, this adds 5
and you gotta switch. You gotta switch back and forth.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
It's interesting.
What's the biggest mental battle you had to overcome overseas?
Oof, man. My first year in Europe, I had my girlfriend in the States. We did 7 months, 8 months. Never done that before. I was going through, I had to get involved in a lawsuit, business dealing. So I had an attorney fresh out of college. So that was a rude awakening. But for me, it was like, if this is gonna happen to me now, right? And I'm learning everything about the law and I'm learning everything about this and that. It wasn't anything on my part, right? It was, okay, I want this to happen. So I'm gonna pursue this. Those two things, being away from family, that was my first year. Out of college, so that was tough. And then the league was easy. Like it was, for me, it wasn't hard, but I knew like it wouldn't translate to where I wanted to translate.
Yeah.
And then I got hurt. So then it was like ACL, okay, you got 8 months recovery. I was back in 7 months, but like, that's tough. That's a tough injury to go through.
What do you, I had a question I had for you and it just slipped it slipped my mind. First of all, what lawsuit? You ain't gonna skip over that.
Yeah. So did a business dealing, long story short, went south, had to, sue a guy, pursue legal action. But it was interesting because like some people would look at that like, this is like the worst thing in the world. It was bad. Like fresh out of college, you don't got a lot of money.
Yeah, you
bare bones, right? You're like, okay, how am I gonna do this? And that's actually how I got in trading. That's the funny thing because I had all this and I was like, okay, I got to pay this off, man. Like this isn't cheap. How am I gonna do that? And it kind of opened that gateway to what do I want to do. So,
what does being a pro actually means to you?
You got to hold yourself accountable, man. I think like you got to hold yourself accountable and keep your energy the same. I think any day you can wake up and go to your job and be upset, but that's contagious. For me, it's like if you can bring the energy, everything else will follow. Even if you have a bad quarter or a bad first half, you know, you just keep it going. It's not gonna last like that forever, right? And for me, if you stick with that, I think for me that's super important. Just the way I play, the way the game flows, like it's really hard to keep me at that pace for 4 quarters. So if the first 2 don't go well, you know, okay, stick with it. And stick with what got you here in the first place. At the end of the day, I think that's super important. For me, that's faith, family, you know, so everyone's different, but that helps me keep a level head.
What's your definition of pressure?
I talked about this yesterday with someone. I think pressure is a privilege, man. I do. I think there's 2 types of pressure. Like you got single mom who's got 4 kids, right? And she's working 3 jobs to put food on the table. That's pressure.
That's pressure.
And then you got this side as a pro athlete. Okay, you're shooting 2 free throws with 2 seconds on the clock to win a championship. That's pressure, but like you're in a privilege to be in that situation in the first place.
True.
So it's all about perspective at the end of the day.
I mean, you can put it out in the other perspective too as a single mom if you're being technical, because you can be like, at least you're still alive and you're able to work 3.
Exactly.
So I guess is.
And Dame said it, man. Dame said it, I think this was like 3 years ago. He said something, same sort of analogy when he hit the buzzer beater over PG. He was talking about it. And he was like, man, I do this every day. Like, this is like, it's like riding a bike. You add all the exterior factors, the fans, the media, the journalists, all that stuff. But you gotta
the pressure do come on.
It does, for sure. But
for
like
every,
I said,
it's there,
it's there, for sure. But like we hooping, man. At the end of the day, like for me, it's like, I think my biggest game, probably in my career was last year against Penarol. Coming back I was here for a month and a half at Penarol.
Why did you come? Did you get bought out of Osorno?
Yeah, so I signed to Mexico. So Chile had 2 contracts. One was the first tournament, which was a month and a half.
Chile, right?
Copa Chile. After that, I was free. The way that contract was structured, like the agent, who's not my agent now, but they structured it that way.
Was Carlos your agent?
I don't remember his name. I really don't.
Okay.
This was the only deal I've done with them. So, but the way it was structured, I was free after that, and they didn't think I was free. And obviously, Nacional inquired with my current agent. They were like, okay, we need a player to replace the guy. He's got to go back to States to be there with his wife when his kid's born. Manny, yep. And then I came here, and that was really the biggest stage I played on. My 3rd game here was against Penarol, at Penarol, in the Classico. And
was Brandon here?
Brandon, B-Rob,
yeah.
Yep. And Hort was here. Horton,
yep. Ken.
And they had Luis Santos,
yeah.
So they had a team. This was
Salva and Nacho played for them last year.
Yep, your boys, yep. So that was really, for me, that was the first thing where I was like, okay, like this is the biggest environment ever. But those nerves at the beginning were like contagious, you know, because you're warming up and you can't hear anything. Like, there's like 6,000 people.
We don't got no fans.
Now, no. We're about to play them on Monday with no fans too, so it's depressing, but it is what it is.
That's like because every game, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyways, would you say that was your worst financial mistake that you've made, that business deal? Or
as of now, I'd say yes. But like for me, I've always believed like take risks in your 20s because you can get it all back in your 30s, and then your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, you know, that's your time with your family. That's your time to figure things, you know, take a step back. For me, it's like you're in your 20s, you don't have a lot of responsibility unless you have a bunch of kids and different things. Everyone's situation is different. My situation, right? Like no kids, my family's okay. Like, so for me, it was take risks, you know. Did well in crypto. You know, my brother and me had some things that did well. So I was like, okay, let me reinvest some money. Blah, 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 long story short.
Now we're talking about what I want to talk about.
Yeah, long story short, that happened. I was like, but I learned everything about the law. I learned everything about what happened, attorneys. So like, that'll never happen to me again.
It's like you was forced to learn it.
Yeah, because
you're in it. You're pretty much
it's a bad situation, but it's about what you take from it. Like you can just be down in the dumps all day long. Oh, my situation sucks, but like, that's a learning moment, you know. You got to take.
Is that how you started managing like your money and investing and stuff?
So, I mean, like my dad's a CFP, so I've always known about. What
does that explain? That CFP?
Certified Financial Planner. So
okay.
he handles everything from point A to point Z. you know, in terms of someone's life, retirement, college funds, budgeting, IRAs, everything, life insurance, you name it, he does it.
So your dad giving you advice.
Yeah.
You're speaking for your dad. What is the advice that, like, he, as if he talking to you, that he told you to do first? Like, what was he drilling into your head? Like, this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm like in that stage with my daughter.
For sure. My dad said, I mean, told my brother and me both this. He said, like, what you guys did is not normal, and it's also not consistent. So.
What do you mean by that?
So, like, when you talk about crypto, right, you're talking about 500%, 1,000%, 10,000% in a year.
Who got y'all into crypto?
We ourselves. Like, it was the day and age. Like, we were into Rally. That was Kevin Child's company. He owns EA Sports. Like, he was a billionaire. They were listed on Coinbase.
What'd you use?
We had some stuff. We traded it. So, like, it's a creator coin platform. So famous people get a coin, and then people buy it up, and then that's that. And we were fast.
You got on early.
It was seamless. Like, we were in early. We did very well. And my dad, I'll never forget this. He's like, this isn't consistent, guys. Like, this isn't gonna happen for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
Right.
And he was 1,000% right, but he sees a long-term game. If he does 10% a year for a client for 30 years, okay, that's $1 million.
10%.
You know, so I'm like, Dad, 10%. Like, that happened in like 5 minutes.
10%.
You know?
Sorry.
So it's all about everyone's risk profile too, and he keeps me grounded in that aspect.
I think so that we are in the era. Wait, how old are you?
28.
28. Okay, yeah, we're still in that era. I be feeling like I'm older than I am. I'm not. I'm not that much older. But it's like we're more aggressive.
Exactly.
Way more aggressive when it comes to.
Yeah.
And I know for me, I think my issue with myself is I'm trying to get ahead too fast of where I want to be because of the time that I didn't.
Yep.
And all that time that I wouldn't even say wasted.
Yeah.
I don't want to use that.
You learn from that. Yeah.
It's just like, oh, God dang, if I knew this when I first came out, my first 2 years, and I was just, putting this to the side.
And I used to be way more risky. Like, I've mellowed out a lot. So like before I would have been like, okay, like, if I do this, right, and make X amount in this day.
So as we were saying, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
As we were saying, what would he tell you to do? If he had to tell you your first 3 things you need to focus on first, what would he tell you?
I mean, if with the money I made in crypto, he would have said diversify right away into different pots. Less risk, moderate risk, super risk. And that's how you structure a portfolio too.
Give me 3 right now. A moderate, something stable, something moderate, and something like
S&P 500, QQQ, crypto.
So all stocks.
So crypto, no, because like crypto, you want to have maybe like 5-10%. You don't want any more of your portfolio on that. S&P, you could have probably like 50, 60. In technology, QQQ, you could have probably like 30, 40. Q's is moderate risk. S&P would be low risk, conservative. And then crypto would be high risk, super aggressive. So you don't want all your eggs in one basket, but that's a good way to kind of split things up instead of putting it all in one place. And if that goes south, you lose all your money.
Right.
I'm not saying that's how I would structure my portfolio because I have algos and different things that do that.
You and these algos.
So, they're great, man.
I don't get the algos. What are they doing?
So like face value, like an algorithm is essentially a module that trades for you off of the logic that you feed it.
Right, correct.
So
I get that.
My long-term portfolio is 8 algos. That's like my retirement, and they trade all sorts of stuff. So
it's constantly trading your portfolio.
Yeah, so it trades their intraday, and I add money to it every month, just like you would a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, and it basically uses that. But like we're hedged also, so if you're in the S&P 500 and the S&P 500 is down, you're down. The S&P 500 in our portfolio, we don't trade just the S&P 500. We trade what's in the S&P 500. But if that's down, that doesn't mean our percentage for the whole portfolio is down because we're hedged with VIX. VIX is another product that you can use to combat with the S&P 500 volatility.
Are they strictly trading stocks or are they trading all?
We're in some crypto ETFs, some very small percentage. We're in gold, some heavy metals, uranium, gold.
More stocks or futures?
I'd say probably no futures, no derivatives, all commodities. I would say strictly
So mainly stocks.
Yeah, mainly stocks.
And ETFs.
Super liquid stocks, right, that you can get in and out of.
Right.
It's not intraday buying and selling. Like the earliest we'd sell a position would be 1 day.
Just for the people who's listening, intraday is like day trading.
Yeah, so intraday you buy and sell within
the same
a 24-hour period.
Because sometimes I realize a lot of people don't they
Yeah.
don't understand what you're saying, but I know intraday you talk about like day trading. And do they trade over time, like swing trading, or is it just
So we'll hold a position 3, 4, 5 days, sometimes even a little bit longer. It depends, kind of what we're in. But at the end of the day, like the goal is to have the market up and to the right because we need volatility to make money. But if the market is down, that doesn't mean we're not making money either because we play both sides. There's certain things that kick in, certain logic, if we're oversold on, let's say 100 RSI on a weekly or a monthly chart, we're probably going to get some sort of correction.
For sure.
So we're going to play the downside. That's kind of how it works. Very simple basis right there.
So for overseas basketball players, what is something they should invest in? What is the first thing they should invest in? And this is not just in like stocks or just in general.
Themselves. I say themselves. Like,
what does that look like?
Yeah, so that trumps everything for me. I've talked to guys that have large real estate portfolios. I've talked to guys, not too many guys are in crypto and different things like that I'm in because it's just the masses, but there are guys that are in there. But if you invest in yourself, you have a skill set with a little bit of everything. So when you find what you love and you're passionate about, you can pick and choose where you want to put your money. And also it's just money management, like live below your means until you get to a point where, you can go out and network at these high places or you can go eat out every meal if you want to and you want to save your time.
Awesome.
Like for me, it's like, I like my time. So, if I got to go cook, breakfast, lunch and dinner, I'll cook breakfast at the crib. But if I got to cook breakfast, lunch and dinner, that's 2 or 3 hours I don't get. So I'd rather go spend the money, here it's obviously expensive, but your time, it's what you do with your time at the end of the day. And for me, time is valuable. You can't pay for that. It doesn't matter how much money you have. So I say yourselves, because if you do that, then you can pick and choose what you're really passionate about and then turn that into a business or a venture with a friend or whatever you're trying to do after that.
So we kind of skipped over a part. You said when you started getting into trading. Like, what was your trading journey? Like, how did you start with that? Because you told me a story before, but like...
Yeah, so I was...
Because I'm like right now in the beginning of my trading story.
This is the juicy stuff, yeah. So I was probably 23, 24, and I had the lawsuit going on. I had to pay my attorney.
Okay.
He told me it would cost this much, and it ended up being like double that. I think they're all the same. Like, I think all attorneys bill, and...
Man, they're dragging you, boy.
They may not essentially be doing all the work that they're saying, but you're gonna
that's a fact.
You're gonna get billed regardless. And you don't pay it, they halt your case there, and you do pay it, they keep it going.
I'm right there. I'm literally in that spot right now. They were like, well, you gotta pay.
For me, like, I understand credit really well, so I leveraged a bunch of credit cards to pay for that because I didn't have the liquid cash at the time. I'm fresh out of college. I had no money. I'm making.
Did you go to the bank to get your credit cards, or
I
just applied?
Like I had obviously good credit, but at the same time, like
how do you mean obviously good credit?
Okay, so like cheat code in the credit hacking world is like if you have a family member, preferably grandparents, so 50, 60-year-old people, if they have good history, you can get put onto their cards as an authorized user, and you pick up their history.
Yeah.
So I'm 28, but my credit history is like 40 years. So the banks want to see that, the 3 credit unions want to see that, their credit bureaus, want to see that, and that improves your score. So I had like 3 to 4 cards, and I basically put everything on there. 2 of them were like 0% interest, so you pay like 1% a month.
On the year or just?
On the year, so you pay your 1% a month to keep the balance going, and I was like, that gives me more time to make the money. But like, that was pressure for me because like I'm like,
you gotta pay that
I gotta
back.
hoop, and then I gotta pay this back, and a couple of them were interest bearing right away.
Oh my God, that interest is crazy.
So then I was like, okay, like what can I do here? And then I started meeting some people in the Discords I was in, and basically uncovered prop firms. And then I was like, okay.
So you were on prop firms from the jump?
Yeah, from the jump. And I was, because the barrier to entry is so low.
I know that now. I see that now. It makes more sense because you're not putting up your own cash.
And people don't trade these accounts as their own money. They trade it as like a video game. So that's why these prop firms are profitable, because 5% of people that are making money, it's fine.
I literally just watched a podcast, and this guy was like, I know all the guys who's running these prop firms. And he was like, the amount of people that below it, it's like 99% of people don't even make it to the past the eval. And then when they make it to the paid account, they blow that
right
too.
away.
So it's
and then they just repeat. They got you looped in. It's just a repetitive cycle after that.
You're basically banking on everybody to lose to make your money. But it's like,
and that's the sad part about it. So for me, I was like, okay, I need to scale, but I'm gonna jump right into it.
I want to. That scaling is crazy.
So for 9 months, I basically just studied the markets. Every day I got up, paper traded notes. I traded ATR levels, so that was my main synopsis on what I was studying. That's average true range. For example, AMD and NVIDIA would have a large average true range, as well as Tesla. You look at a company like maybe Oracle or
Jesus,
Intel,
they drop crazy.
It's a smaller, ATR. It's not as volatile, right? It's not a high beta stock. It doesn't move super fast. But I wanted to trade the fast stuff because
who doesn't love
I'm
speed?
impatient, but I want to get in and out too.
I'm trying to get to the paper.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get to the paper.
Exactly. So then I got a bunch of Apex accounts, blew a couple, passed a couple, and then basically got it to where I had 20 accounts, and I was copy trading 20
You passed the eval with 20 accounts? What was
I passed probably 35 to 40 Apex accounts total, but you can pass in one day. So the way I trade, I would pass in one trade, 2 max. And essentially the consistency is after that. You used to have to trade for 7 days, and then they changed their rules to compete with these other prop firms, but they paid out close to $1 billion. So they paid a lot of people.
So Apex does pay?
Yeah, they do pay. They just have so many rules. And you have to know all the rules, or they will take advantage of that, of course, and deny your payout. I have friends that they've denied $50,000, $60,000 payouts for stupid things that don't even make sense. So I just left them, and why I trade them now. But long story short, I had my buddy's copy trading software, so I just press my button and it goes to all the accounts. And
is all these accounts on one prop firm or on other?
So it's all on my Apex account, but I would trade it through NinjaTrader, and this copy trading software. Shout out Brady, the Trader's Warehouse. That's where I got my software from.
Is he selling his software?
Yeah. It's $120, I think. It integrates all your accounts within NinjaTrader, so you just check it off and press the button.
So you're just basically trading off of NinjaTrader all your Apex accounts at one time.
So instead of trading 20 separate accounts, which would be a pain.
They don't have they don't have the link in Apex?
So Apex has their own copy trader, but it's not good. It's terrible. It's lagging. I think they trade against you too, to be honest with you. So I don't recommend trading with that.
Okay.
I've used it before. I've seen people use it before, and the slippage is bad. Slippage is basically the point structure between what you get filled at and what your actual fill is. So
people don't understand that journey is so important.
And on NQ, it's fast. It's really fast.
Super fast.
But my guy's software is really good. The max I've seen is maybe 3 points, so $60 either way, up or down. And I just traded. I stuck to my setup, took 10 trades over 10 days, hit all 10, and that's how I paid those cards off. It sounds crazy, but I was super disciplined. I was locked in. I said, if my setup's not there, I'm not trading it.
That's my problem right now.
And God too, so that helped too.
I know my problem. My problem is patience. I know. That's one thing that I know where I lack at. It's okay, just wait for your setup, because I've hit on my setup back to back. So I'm okay, I got it. I just need to stop being thirsty. What's a financial truth that players don't hear enough?
Oh, financial truth that players don't hear enough. I think playing for the future, man. I think a lot of people compounding your money. They don't understand that term. For all you people watching, take out your phone, go to a compounding interest calculator, and put $5,000 in as your initial investment, put $500 a month, put 10%, and then put over 30 years. And I guarantee you there's more than $1 million in there. People don't understand that. And if you start when you're 20, when you're 50, you got $1 million. But that's the slow game, 500 a month is nothing.
Nobody wants to play the slow game.
And they don't. I think Buffett said it best, you know, he's not with Berkshire anymore, but you know, his story's crazy. He basically started with a company that was almost bankrupt. His buddy bailed him out basically with the company, made some adjustments, sold that company, used that money to buy majority shares of American Express, and then that's how his hedge fund started. And now it's one of the biggest funds in the world.
Berkshire.
Yeah, it's huge. They control Coca-Cola, Walmart, everything. So
the only reason I even know Omaha.
no, they don't know. They're like, where's Omaha? But it's a slow game, right? He played the slow game, so
You have to think in generations.
yeah, you have to. So because like I think for me, it's like I'm a lot faster. I think faster. It's go go go. But like I get it from my dad. Like my dad tells me, hey, you got to also have this side of things to de-risk your other side of things. So when he started, you know, telling me that, it was interesting because I see what he did, you know, and he built relationships with his clients. He doesn't chase the money. He builds the relationships with the clients, and then when they're ready to take the next step into their financial
when
journey,
they're ready, they know
that's good business.
you do business with people that you like.
Exactly, and you want to get them to like you, of course, and really build it out with them and build a strong relationship.
So you have so your algos, is that a part of your business, or is it like you're saying that's your retirement, or is that like a part of your business plan? Because I also know you sell courses.
Yeah. Well, one course, but yeah.
One
Academy.
course.
Yeah.
A course.
Yeah.
Explain your course a little bit for us.
Yeah. So basically, it's everything I've compiled over 5 years, my experience, strategies I use.
Is that how long you've been trading? 5 years?
5, 6, right around there. Yeah.
When did it?
They say, you know, it takes 2 years, but like, I don't really agree with that because for all you people who know John Carter, he's like arguably the most successful retail trader of all time. One of them for sure.
Okay.
He has 8 $1 million trades like per day within 24 hours.
1 million?
8 $1 million trades. And he has a bunch of land out in Texas. He wrote Mastering the Trade. That's his book. Highly recommend it.
Mastering the Trade? Hold on, let me go look that up.
Highly recommend it.
Mastering the Trade?
It took him 8 years to be profitable.
I read Market Wizards.
Market Wizards is good. Trading in the Zone's good. Mastering the Trade.
Trading in the Zone. I just got done with Trading in the Zone. Oh, what's the book?
Volume Price Analysis by Anna
I think I got that.
Good. Mastering the Trade, John F. Carter.
Mastering.
Really good book. Really good book.
The Trade or A Trade?
The Trade.
Okay, John Carter. Yeah, go ahead.
So
and get
he
that.
created basically the squeeze indicator. So that indicator I showed you where a bunch of energy is being built up with the dots, and then it expands or contracts up or down.
Okay.
That's his. That's his indicator.
How does he come up with that? Do you know?
He hired some quants to help him, you know, kind of build that out. But everyone else has built different things from that.
But his works the best?
But he trades, I mean, they all work the same to me. It's just like he trades on a daily and weekly time frame. So the moves he's seeing are like 20% on Tesla. And he'll buy $1 million of the stock, and then he'll buy $1 million in options as well. So I don't know if he's up to size now, but that's what he did when I was watching his videos and stuff. He buys the stock so he can see how much that million is moving because he knows his options are moving even more.
Yeah, if it's moving.
Because it's times 100. So
right.
And he's had like 3 Tesla trades, I think. I think he had AMD. He had a Google trade where he was on family vacation.
What is better?
What?
I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
What is better to you, in your opinion? Trading options or futures?
I like futures. Like, the thing is this, like options are designed for you to not lose money, but like you have to have a larger account to make the same as futures because there's no margin, right? So at the end of the day,
and you need the time.
Exactly. Like you can lose more money than you put in with futures if you get margin calls. But at the end of the day with options, like you can only lose that value of that contract. But you have theta,
that
delta,
decay.
You know, you have 4 Greeks that are working against you.
I just cut a meta play.
If
it shot up $40 a day.
If your strike price isn't in the money, like no one else wants to buy that contract. So you have to buy time, but you need more money to buy time. If you can buy time and swing, yeah, you can make a lot of money with options for sure.
Do you use any of your profits from or do you still trade? What's the purpose of your trading now? Do you use that more for like what you want to do in your regular day, or do you use it more to put like, okay, I see a good setup, I take a trade and then I put it into my algos? Yeah,
so I mean the goal is to get everything in the algos eventually, but my algos are like long term, right? But I want to get that to a point where it's like they're doing.
So you're constantly adding money to the algo.
You know, and I'm maxing out obviously my Roth, of course, which is $7,000 a year, which is not that much. But you can have another IRA account, which is the same, but there's no max on that. So I think people, when that gets to the point where you're making like a yearly salary and not doing anything with it, you know, stuff starts to turn, because it's like, okay, if you keep putting it in there, it's going to compound so fast. I got time, you know, so it's like by the time I'm 40, you know, I got some friends that retired at 40, like, you know, it's just like, what do we do now? And some of them are bored, some aren't, but they travel the world for a couple of years, you know, whatever. I think it just depends what you like. I like futures because you can get in and out, you know, and go about your day, go touch some grass, go read a book.
You love saying that.
Whatever. Like, you got to, bro.
But you know, I guess people who don't trade like that don't understand like how important that is. Like, because right now I'm not even, like I'm a slave to the charts right now.
Yeah.
I'm up at night.
That's that beginner's like.
Yeah.
That's that beginner's
fire. I gotta put my time in.
Yeah, it's that beginner's fire. Like, that's never gonna go away.
I gotta put my time in. I ain't worried about it. I gotta put my time in.
But you enjoy it. Like, you're passionate. You're passionate about it.
I've been like binge watching. I don't know if you probably watched some of the Words of Wisdom podcast. So I just been watching all of them, because a lot of them trade futures and the props and stuff like that. And one guy he was just interviewing, and he was talking about that. It's like, you're gonna blow these accounts. You're gonna do it. It was like everything that you go through, you're gonna have to put your time in at first.
Have to.
You got to put your time in at first, and that's just where I'm at. I'm in that time. I'm freaking a slave to the charts. I'm a slave.
That's your sweat equity, man. You got like, you're not gonna receive anything right now, you know, from that, but it'll pay off if you stick with it. And that's the thing. Like, they say it takes 2 years, 3 years.
Oh yeah, that's why you was talking about the guy in the book.
Yeah, but it took him 8 years, man. Like 8 years. So imagine.
Is he the same one in Market Wizards? Because there was a guy in there. It took him like 7-8 years as well.
What is his business? Simpler Trading is his business.
Simpler Trading.
They got a lot of videos. Good videos.
Okay.
Simpler Trading is him. He bought a bunch of land in Texas, and I remember him saying he wishes he could buy more. He's got a big ranch out there.
Texas is amazing.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's gone up so much. People are moving out there. It's a nice spot for sure. It ain't Florida, but it's nice.
So, a part of like, I was asking, is that like your business, or is that like something different? Because I remember one time you said you offered it.
I got the Academy course. You know, basically everything I've compiled. I did that because I had people coming to me asking for help, but I didn't have time to mentor them one-on-one.
Do you mentor?
I do. I have a couple clients that I do. But the thing is, like, for me, for them, I feel like it's more beneficial to just get the course, and it's definitely cheaper for them as well over time. And then obviously if they need additional mentorship, then obviously I help them. That's one side of the thing. And then obviously the algos are separate. That's like my retirement that I'm trying to focus on and just continue to build that up. Because right now I've only had those right around 9 months. So, you know, we're doing really well. And
do you plan on like expanding on that business side as far as like your course and things like that, or are you just letting this do its thing and you're just?
Yeah, I think the goal eventually is to get something more specifically for athletes, you know, with the algos. I don't know what that looks like. You know, whether that's more day trading algos or more long-term algos, I'm not sure, but it's definitely appealing. And I think if you don't have any skin in the game, like with AI, I think you're left behind. You don't have to love it, but you don't have to be obsolete and be like, this is the worst thing in the world too. Like, you know, you got to understand it.
Yeah.
Or it's not going to take all jobs, of course. It's not going to, in the short term, it's not going to go be an attorney, right? It's not going to go show up to court and fight a case for someone. But like long-term wise, it's like they're using AI to get the research on the cases because it's just so fast. I use it every day.
Every day.
I love it.
These questions, where do you think they come from?
I don't know. You gotta love it, man. It's faster, it's smarter, and then you put your touch on it.
Exactly. What are you talking about? How do you not? How do you not?
Yeah. No, it's great.
Do you think players underestimate how valuable their brand is?
Oh, for sure. Like, I think people just look at the league and, they're like, I don't have this, I can't make money off of this. But like, there's companies everywhere.
Right.
Like, there's corporations everywhere. If you can build that up, like, and people feel your energy and stuff like that, you can be compensated for it, for sure. There's big corporations here. There's bigger ones in Mexico. There's bigger ones in Europe. Like, it just depends the market you're in. But I think also when you find a home, like you'll probably ask this later, but when you find like a spot where you feel like at home, don't go to another side of the world and try to build out another home. Like tap that market out before you go try something else. Because the teams in Europe, like for example, if you're in Italy, right, you're gonna have some teams in Spain looking at you, different countries, but like, why would you go to Australia after that if you're starting to build your wings out there? For me, I came from Europe, South America. I have no ambition to be like, oh, I wanna go back to Europe and make maybe 30% of the money I'm making here. And you know, I don't speak the language, like it's a different culture. You know, for me it's nice, but like I love it here. Like I've built
a question I would ask, did you have your financial life more intact before you started, or like towards middle of your career after the surgery and stuff like that?
Yeah, after, yeah.
Did you have your financial life more intact before you start thinking like, okay, I'm more keen over here in South America, I should stay over here instead of going back over there? Because a lot of times, it's like what I talk about now, like most guys don't have their financials straight first. So
a lot of guys still don't have it.
They still don't. That's the point. So it's like, I can't really say, okay, for instance, like with my boy, we talk a lot and we're working on this now to get to a place where, okay, we got like somewhat of a following here. It would be beneficial to build in South America.
For sure.
Hands down.
Yeah.
I've been here too long.
1,000%.
It's just more beneficial.
Yeah.
But if I get offered to go somewhere else in Asia for 3 times the money, I'm gone.
Yeah, 100%.
But if I'm making that money here now and I'm thinking, okay, if I could really tap into this South American market, that is going to do more than any contract that I take over there. However, the financial part of it has to be straight.
It has to make sense.
So that's why I say it's kind of different. Where were you in that stage where you were pretty much had your financials?
After. For me, it was like after Europe, you know, after the corporate job, that's when it was like, all right, let's start to go up, you know, and not just stay here. And for me, it's like South America forget Uruguay because it's like Miami prices here. But like everywhere else, like
it's fairly cheap.
You can save a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially and compared to Europe, and I love food, man. Food's my weakness. Like I love trying all different great restaurants and cafes. Like that's me, because that's the experience. Like I'd rather spend money on that than go buy, you know, a watch or a purse. Do I like watches? Yeah, of course. But like, there's a difference. It's like, okay, let's go do this because I'm not gonna forget this meal. But this watch I might forget in a year, and at that point it's just an investment. You might lose it, whatever, you know. Might get stolen, who knows? So I think it's like perspective.
That can happen too.
Like you just never know.
What part of the game still excites you?
It's just, I think for me, it's like, I'm an analytical person, but like it's more so like the fact that the older you get, you start to see things differently.
Yeah, for sure.
So like for me, like I used to play really, really fast, like, you know, almost to the point where like some people are like, you're out of control, but like you make it work, you know?
Right.
And even now, like I rely on my athleticism a lot, but like I do play fast, but it's like, I know how to get to the line now, you know? And it's like, okay, if I get to the line, that opens up everything else, because now I got the touch of the ball, my 3 points opening up, and like it's hard to stay in front of it, you know? So for me, it's like, if I get downhill and start to see the ball go through, whether it's a layup or a free throw, I think people want to start out first. They want to shoot threes. And
I'm pulling that joint.
Yeah, 100%. Your middy's there too, but it's like at the end of the day, I think if you're not on that day and you're still getting downhill and getting to the line, you're still involved in the game. You're getting your touches.
I think KD said that when he was like, oh, look at Steph. He gets a layup first.
Yeah.
He gets to the line.
Exactly.
Gets a rhythm instead of just gunning.
Yeah.
But then again, too, though, I believe most of that is because you're young. You got all that energy.
For sure.
And then every young guy coming out, you got something to prove.
You have to, like, and I think it's to the point now where, like, I think guys need to have other things going on, because that pressure kind of comes down. You know, you don't feel, oh, if I don't play well, like, this league's cutthroat, man.
Oh my
and
God.
Mexico's even more cutthroat. So, like,
my God.
You have a couple bad games, you're on a plane as soon as you touch back down from a road trip.
And the guys ain't
then you don't have a job. If that's your only income and you got a son or a daughter and a family, that's tough. Like that's a lot. That's
99% of players right now.
Yep.
Right now.
I know a lot of my boys. You know, I'm very blessed to be in this position, but I know a lot of guys too that aren't doing anything, and they should be. Like they have a resume.
Do you try to push that on? Well, I wouldn't say push, but try to. yo, you need to. But it's like I try to as well. I'm like stuck in a place where you're trying to help, but you know, because it's like, bro, you literally have to do this.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it depends. It's like, I feel like some situations, this may be a little harsh, but it sounds like you're beating a dead horse. And then some situation, it's like, because like so many people reach out, bro, hey, I need help with this, hey, I need help with that. And I try to help everyone, I genuinely do. Like, I have bad OCD, I can't have unread messages in my phone. Like, I try to respond to everyone. Like, even like some random fan that's got 10 followers, like, I try to hit them back. Like the message, whatever, do something, right? Because like I put myself in their shoes, like, you know, I don't want to be ignored.
That was me, yeah.
But it does get to a point, I feel like that's fulfilling to me, so yeah, that goes a long way. But it does get to the point, I think, for me, where it's like, in the market we're in here, it's different, and guys need to understand too, like, the way you see it, like the different countries, like the culture, the game, the style, it's all different. Like, when I went to SIBA, for example, SIBA's super fast, like super, super fast.
SIBA
Copa in Mexico. Okay. Like all one-on-one transition. Like, yeah, I'm a one-on-one guy. I can go get a bucket, but like I prefer to play, you know, good team ball and then have everything else come together.
I'd rather run a system.
You know, and I had a good coach there. We went to semis, lost, long story short, but then we went to LMBP and I was like, this league's more tactical. A lot of ex-NBA guys, they're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, but it's not as fast as SIBA because SIBA's a lot more out of control.
Run and gun.
And one-on-one. LMVP is not as much of that because it doesn't work. You
they
know,
got a lot of players. They
want more physical, so it was nice to see both, but you got to know that. You can't go into LMVP being like, I'm going to play the same way I played in SIBA Copa.
Yeah, I think I guess it's more like Argentina.
Yeah.
That's how it is, like that.
I know a lot of guys that I've never played there. It's super tactical from what I've heard, but
that's all it is over there. I don't even want to get started with them. What's been the most rewarding moment of your basketball life so far?
Oh man, there's so many, man. Trying different foods.
You and the food.
I'm not picky at all, man. I love experiencing different foods in different countries.
You and the dang food.
Helping people out, man. Meeting the people. Traveling, you know, on the time off. Like I always try to hit up a different country. In Europe, I went to Rome for Christmas instead of going home. You know, a couple years back, went to St. Martin, you know, 1 year for Christmas. So you're away from your family and stuff, but like they know you're living out your dream. My family's coming out here this year for 3 months. My grandparents are coming, and then my brother and my aunt are coming out. So that's gonna be fun because they get to see what I feel. You know, I talk about it all the time.
Yeah, that's what it's really all about, man.
And it's tough. Like when you playing, when you score, you look over and the goal is to get my mom out here. You know, she hates flying and stuff, but she's gonna come out here eventually. But it's fulfilling when you see your family there. There's nothing like it.
For sure. The first time I ever had somebody come overseas was my mom. I was in Colombia. And I flew her out there for her birthday. Cause that flight was mad cheap.
From for sure.
Miami to Colombia, it's stupid cheap. So I got her that, and then I think it was 2018. It's crazy. I ain't seen my daughter in like a year and a half.
That's tough.
She was like 6 months, 5 months. So when I seen it, she was like almost a year, a month and a half. It was crazy, and it was in the finals.
That's crazy.
It was in the finals.
That's such a blessing, though, man. Just to have that moment, like.
Yeah, to get your people out there, because after a while, it's like I'm having all this fun, and everybody looking at me at the crib, and it's like it's
and
not.
It ends, bro. It don't last forever. Like I don't want to be playing till I'm 40. Like that's just me. Some dudes do. That's fine. Like I want to probably play till I'm 36. Like, and then it's time to have a family, man. Like you know, I'm ready for that next stage of life. I feel like, but this can really set you up once you get to a point. And I tell people this, like this is just me being brutally honest. Like, give yourself 3 years. Straight out of college. So 3 different contracts, 3 full seasons, whatever you look at it. If you're not moving up, you know, at all, like if you're making the same money for 3 consecutive years, that's when you ask the question, hey, do I love the game enough, number one? Number 2, would this make sense for my family? Like, am I going to set them up for a good future? And number 3, is it time to hang it up and look into something else? Some guys it's 5, some guys it's 4. Mine was 3. I'm like, I'm giving this 3 years. If it works out, it works out. God got me, it worked out. Okay, great. A lot of guys get there and, you know, they don't get paid until their 5th, 6th year and
that's a
they
fact.
stick it out. And props to them too, you know, it's tough, it's hard.
You do gotta definitely put those years in. I think that's a lot of time. You're gonna have to grind for a while.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes it does work out, because we had a guy on our team when we played in Osorno.
Yep.
Austin Wrighton. He played. We made it to the finals. We lost in the finals, and then he got signed in Brazil next year.
Yep.
Played in Brazil. He just got done in Panama, but he moved up like quick to go from Chile to go straight to Brazil first.
That's fast.
Like just for that, and so he moved up, and you know, a lot of guys got to put that. You put your time in.
You have to, bro.
Like you say, starting out in the jungle. My first gig was Mexico, like that, getting cut on the bus.
No guaranteed, nothing. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. What's been your favorite country you played in so far?
Ooh, that's tough, man. I love Mexico.
Tijuana?
I love Mexicali. We traveled to Tijuana. Tijuana's nice. But I mean, it's Mexico, right? You got Tijuana, Guadalajara, Mexico City. Like, those are all good cities.
He caught that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, man. For me, probably Uruguay, bro. I like
Uruguay? You like it like that?
Like the first time I came back, because now I'm here the whole season, so it's a little different. When I first got here, like there was nothing like it. But also, I like Mexico, man. I'm a big warm weather guy. I love the beaches. Yeah. We go to Mexico. Is nice. It's hot, but it's nice. It's really nice.
Yeah, I was in Culiacan.
Yeah.
God, it's hot. God.
Can't walk out on the streets in Culiacan.
What?
No.
You, man.
Forget that.
Culiacan, but yeah.
That's funny.
What's a funny overseas experience that you had?
Oh, man.
Give me a story. Give me an overseas experience.
In Ecuador. We had a 20-hour bus ride to Quito.
Dang.
Our bus broke down in the middle of the mountains. There was this one, it wasn't even a shop, man. This was like Ma Duke's restaurant, you know, with one lady in there. And we said, hey, can we get some hot chocolate? Like, we're freezing. Like, the heat not working on the bus. They just got AC.
Yeah.
We had no water. Like, we had no team gear, nothing, right? T-shirts, that's it.
So you're driving 20 hours with no water.
20 hours, and we're stuck like 10 hours. And we have another 10 to go, and we play the next day. So we got some coffee. We're drinking coffee at like 4 o'clock in the morning just to stay warm. They finally fixed the bus. And that goes with the second one. Happened in Ecuador again. We just finished the game. We're about to go home. We're in some dangerous city, because Ecuador has its parts that are pretty dangerous. It's beautiful, but it has its parts. And the bus broke down. And our president at the time tried to get us to sleep on the bus till the next morning. So they were going to send another bus so we could go back to Zamora. But instead they sent a van, 2 vans and a car, 12 people in one little white van, 10 people in another one, and then a car. And we had to drive to some, I don't even know where we went after that. It was a disaster.
Oh my God.
There's plenty of stories from that country though, man.
Argentina the same way.
That's different.
I did the same thing. We're riding, bus break down, we're stuck on the side of the road 4 hours. Just break down.
It's normal, right?
It's normal. That's just.
That happens.
I would say what country has the best food, since you're a foodie?
Ooh. I gotta go in Mexico, bro.
Mexico got some good food.
I have to. Just because like when you go to Guadalajara.
You been to Thailand?
I've been to Asia twice, Philippines and China. I haven't been to Thailand though.
You ain't been to Thailand?
Big fan of. I mean, I played there for like a college tour, but I didn't play a whole season there. So China and Philippines got great food. I'll give you
China
that.
has good food, but it ain't Thailand.
It ain't Thailand. That's on the bucket list. When I get some time, I'm going there for sure.
What's the most disrespectful thing a fan or opposing team ever done to you?
Easy. Happened here in Uruguay.
They do wild out here.
I got rocks thrown at me, like while shooting a free throw. In Penarol, of course.
Oh yeah, it's Penarol.
And they lost points for that. And
they lose points every year.
Yeah, their fans are. But like, I would change it for nothing, man. There's a threshold to where it's too much, but it's like it makes the experience in the environment so much more fun. Like, so don't change anything. Like, you guys are watching this, don't change anything at all.
Do you think race plays a role in overseas opportunities?
I mean, I think it depends like where you're at, first off. I think also because a lot of guys, like, it's the market, you know? Like if you look at Argentina, that's a lot different from the Americans they pick compared to Mexico. But it also goes with the number. Like Mexico's 8 Americans. That's a lot. It's like the G League. So you're going to have a lot of these guys that come from all sorts of different backgrounds and all sorts of different places. Some G League, some ex-NBA. I played with like probably 4 G League guys and 2 NBA guys. And at the end of the day, it's like some of them think they're better than you in terms of that, completely excluding race. But then it's like you have those guys that are like at the same time like, oh, you don't know where I'm from, blah, 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 blah. And then you have those guys on the other end, it's like they feel privileged. So it's like, I feel like you get all sorts of different perspectives. For me, man, like I've been to JUCO where I was 1 or 2 white guys. My high school was the same way. Like I've played in the middle of the hood, you know, with, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 black people, and I'm the only white guy in the whole gym. So like for me, it's never an issue. Like a lot of my friends too are not white. So it just shows you, as you know, it's the same thing for me. But I think it depends, like I said, on the market. Like South America is different from Asia. Asia's different from Europe. Like you can definitely go to the Middle East and do something normal that you would do anywhere else, and they're gonna look at you like, hey, you can't do that here.
That's a fact.
So it's different.
Do you think most players are prepared for this life when they get into it?
I think you gotta be really in tune with yourself. Like if you're not,
I don't think they're ready, bro.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Because you're not.
It's lonely, man. Like you gotta be so in tune with yourself, and you gotta be like crazy enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna bet on myself for, let's say 3 years minimum, and just forget about the rest of the life you have back at home because you're so focused on this to propel you to where you can take care of those people back at home. But it doesn't go straight from here to there. There's a bunch of stuff in between that you gotta go through to get to that point. So yeah, no, I say no. I say I'm with you on that.
I think that's where like pretty much why I made like this channel.
Yeah.
It's because I do get guys reaching out like, hey, yo, man, appreciate it. Give me some information I didn't even know before. I'm like, yeah, bro, like ain't nobody never told me nothing.
Nobody.
Like,
and this is the bare bones. Like y'all hearing like the legit part of stuff that like a lot of people don't hear. So.
we're trying to pack a lot of information in. It's no way I can drop everything, but
no.
This is basically what I needed. Someone to tell me, hey, yo, don't do this when you go here. I always try to tell everybody first, like in those first 3 years, which kind of bring me back to my first point was, it's like, I try to get guys to get your finances first before you start playing. Because to play from a I need it position.
It's tough, man. Especially making $1,500 a month.
Come on, bro.
$2,000 a month, like.
And that's your only source of income?
It's tough. Like, that's your bills right there. Like, and you got an apartment over there, you got a girl back home, and you got a kid, like, you don't have, you're playing at a deficit.
You're at a deficit. You're playing in a deficit. And so that's what I try to say, like, yo, start early. Start immediately. It don't matter, okay, you're trying to play and the truth is you got time. You're gonna practice 2-3 hours. It's not like you're in the gym 8 hours a day.
No.
You're gonna practice 3 hours max in any place. If anything other than that, bro, you could at least commit an hour a day.
And that's here in South America. In Europe, you're gonna have morning practice, night practice, and you gotta get shots and weights in. So for me, it's like the way my schedule works, like this is better. Because it's like, I know, especially in Uruguay, man, like we get the day off after we play. You know, win or lose usually, unless it's just like terrible, then maybe we might have like, hey, like we need to talk. But it's like a balance, you know what I mean?
They're gonna talk, bro.
It works, like it works. You know, we practice from 9 to 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock max, and you got the rest of your day to go how you please.
To come shoot a podcast.
That too. It was a day for that.
All right, we're gonna finish out with this last question. If you could talk to the version of yourself who signed the first contract, what would you warn him? And what blessings would you give him?
I would tell him bet on himself first off, because that's what I did. And what blessings would I want to give him? I would say, confidence number one. Confidence in yourself. Like you got to have an immense amount of confidence to live this life, man. Like you got to be crazy. Like you really do. Patience. Because that's something I work on every day. And faith, bro. Like those 3 things for me are like, that's the standard. That's my gold standard. Everyone else is different, but like that keeps me grounded where I'm at, I think. And I bet on myself. Like I had a corporate job And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go play in Ecuador. Thank God my job let me work there too, remote, which a lot of jobs don't. But it got to the point where I went from Ecuador to Chile, and I was like, okay, we're starting to level up here a little bit. And then the job was like, some people at work are a little jealous, you know.
For real?
Yeah, bro, it was a mess. Like, I'm getting my stuff done, but they're coming in the office like, hey, Connor gets to play basketball and work. Like, this isn't fair. I'm like, guys, we're grown men and women. Like, is my work getting done or not? Are the clients happy? Yeah, of course. Okay, so what's the problem? There's no problem.
You live in your life.
It got to the point where it's like, all right, Connor, like, you need to just lock in on this. There's no way God opened this path for you to just shut the door right now. Like, I'm all in. And then that's, you know, blew the doors open for me after that. And then the rest is history. So for me, like, that was that. Mexico helped a lot, obviously. I like Mexico, the short markets. You can go there and win some stuff, get some accolades. Of course, we don't play for any of that stuff, but it helps you propel your career.
Still a job, still got to perform.
Mexico, and that did it for me. Those three, really. Nacional, Obregon, and then Mexicali, that's 1 year. That was 9 months.
You had a hell of a year.
10 months.
That's a hell of a year. That's crazy.
I can't ask for nothing else, bro.
That's crazy.
Nothing else.
I've been here a long time. Man, I've seen a lot.
I'm talking to guys that played like 10 full seasons. I'm like James, my teammate, he played like 17 seasons. Like,
dang, how old is he?
You're up, 36, I think.
Oh yeah, we're the same age. Yeah, I'm in year 12. Dang, you've been playing.
12 is crazy. That's 4 times what I've been out here. So that's.
We old heads, man. We still getting it done. We still getting it done.
You don't play like an old head though. You get around well. Take care of your body.
Take care of your body, man. That's all it is. Taking care of my body. Starting a little late with everything else. Yeah. But taking advantage of it. Yeah. I will probably play to about 40. Yeah. But it's more. It's for like this content. Yep. They're always gonna love you more while you're playing. Yep. So my whole goal is to build everything else around it. Yep. And then me and my boy just gonna go and play. It'd be more it's getting to the point to where it's not even about playing it's about playing and creating content while I'm playing, because one, I'm not worried about the money. No. Hey, dude, we're going to Osorno for this year. Yep. They'll take us back anytime. Yeah. We're going to Osorno for this season and just create content, create a documentary or create a docuseries. That's what the goal is for me at the end of the day and stuff like that. So
it's fulfilling too, though. I think like when you get to that point and you realize like what you want to do, because I think people like struggle with chasing that basketball high after basketball. Like when it ends, it's tough. They don't know what to do. Like they don't feel fulfilled.
Everybody I ask about after that, like, what you finna do? And they're like, be a coach. Yeah. Train.
They want to stay around it. It's coach or train. A lot of people like don't go into the business world again because it's just like, it's not the same, you know, and it's like they always chasing that basketball high again, but like it doesn't last forever. And I think if you get good at like managing that transition from this to like your family life or whatever it is, if it helps you set your family up for the future, then it was worth it, obviously, of course. Like you're getting ahead. Because the same money you make in here, you got to be making 3 times in the States to save the same amount.
And we ain't even gonna get into all that, bro.
Yeah, that's another.
Because when you think about, okay, you're getting your food, your housing paid for. When you take that's like $2,000-$3,000 that you're not accounting for
easily, right away.
Then when you go over there, back home,
boom, gotta pay it. So you got minimum, you gotta be making average American salary just for those 2 things.
My goal is always that whatever I'm making, I need to make that same salary minimum per month on my own. For sure. Minimum. I have to make what I'm making as a salary a month. Like I have to be doing something to match that, because I'm never going back to that life. No. This is my life right here. This is what I'm saying, chilling and making podcasts.
This is it, bro. You don't need anything else.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you having me on, man.
Having me on there. Appreciate it.
Czniach. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.